You know what? She just thought I'm probably into money laundering. It was my other colleague who is based here, who is my accountant, that told me that, but it's okay, you buy it. I mean, you can say maybe 20,000 pounds. But that kind of money, they will think you're a politician, you want to be laundering money from Africa. I said, really? Can you imagine? But before now, all these things were easy. Whether you are black or yellow, even some of these things we call racism, they are not true. It's just when you do the same thing again and again, after a while, people begin to look at you with a certain eye. It's not because they hate you, but it's because that thing has proven to be true. You have been consistent with that pattern of life. I'm from my parents are from, my father is from Ogun State, my mom is from Ogbomoso. But I was born in the north. But I always tell Yorubas that I love northerners. And that I consider myself number one a northerner. And not even from Yoruba tribe. I said because one of the things I saw from genuine northern people, not the ones that have been adulterated by, some westerners, they are sincere. If a northerner will come into government and will not steal, he will not steal. If a northerner want to come to government and tell everybody, yeah, let's steal, they can be trusted to a level. I know many of you don't agree with this, but that has been my experience. I was born there. So, but fundamentally in what we're saying is that every one of us have strength. Everyone. The Northerners have their strength. The Yorubas have their strength. The Igbos have their strength. I tell people, I say, if I become the president of Nigeria, all our technological, centers, manufacturing plants will be relocated to the east. An average Igbo man is gifted with creating product, with monetizing things. And we should tap into that. An average Yoruba man is a administrative guy. He likes things properly done. He wants it structured. That's why if an average Hausa man just wants the volume. He's not necessarily interested in business. He's not necessarily interested in too much profit. That's why you see an Hausa man will have a small kiosk in a place. He's selling more than the Yoruba woman that has a big supermarket. Because the Yoruba woman will calculate transport, she'll calculate rent, she'll calculate this. So she'll put all that profit on top of what she's selling. And when you are negotiating value, you say, waji. So we all have our strength and we should leverage on it. Every African has a unique talent, a unique skill. Let's come together and stop fighting ourselves. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I don't care those who have started this new movement. And I'm telling you now, if you know them, tell them I said this. Many of what they are saying has facts. Okay? That there is too much emphasis on money now in the body of Christ. I agree with you absolutely. That there's so much emphasis on the devil and, we should kill the devil and that these churches needed to talk more about the message of Jesus than talking about the devil. I agree with you absolutely. 100% I agree with you. But you see, where I do not agree with you is where you begin to call names and say that one is the devil. This one is not called by God. This one is a witch. That one is using witchcraft. Stop it. We are starting this sensationalism and this popularism even in the body of Christ. And that's one of the major things we have succeeded in doing. The gospel of Jesus. Africa is the center of the message of Jesus now. We were getting that right. And that again, we want to use this unity to pull it apart. Africa is still the only place that all this homosexuality has not entered. All these transgender issues have not entered. And we want to use this division to pull it down. If we pull it down, we will not have some. In fact, the things we will not be battling with will be bigger than what we are saying now. And we need to wake up. The Western world wants to pull down our faith in God. And they're going to do it in all places. From the Islamic people, they will pull down the Islamic beliefs. That's what they're doing. From the Christian body, they will pull it out. Because Africa, and that's why God is resting in Africa. Because we still believe in God. Whether you're a Muslim, you believe strongly in your faith. You're a Christian, you believe strongly in your faith. If we allow some people who are just too extreme in their views against those who are also doing what is wrong, okay? we will pull down this message, or people will stop going to church. How many of you saw a picture we saw recently where it just showed churches were blatantly empty here in the UK? So empty, nobody's going to church anymore. In the US too, it has dropped. Is that what we want? So that very soon they will now introduce, in fact, Dr. Chris was sharing with me, Ogedengbe, who hosted me, was sharing with me how, because she has several schools here in London, and how they have a new curriculum where they want to be showing children, they will have these toys, true story. With the toys, they put it in the curriculum, 6-year-old. They will be teaching them how to have sex, how to wear condom. That's what they are putting into the UK curriculum system now. The US, of course, they've started that. Is that what you want to have happen to Africa too? Okay? Be wise. We have more bigger fish to fry. And please push this message out. Particularly to these people who are getting too extreme about it. You should point those who are doing bad. I agree with you. You should say these people are not doing the right thing. These people are not doing, this is the new way. This is the right way. I know a man of God that I appreciate so much when it comes to the healing message. His name is Kenneth E. Hagin. Kenneth E. Hagin, or a Robert and Smith Wigglesworth, in their days in the US, and that movement is dead now. They were having massive miracles, amazing change. Things were happening. People were getting healed, deliverances, and all manner was happening. But suddenly, this one, I don't know how the devil entered them. This one started attacking this one. One will say, no, this one, what the method is using is not biblical. It's wrong. It's of the devil. Somebody say eccentric people. I agree. It's of the devil. Don't go near them. The other one attacked the other one. That was why gradually many of these people, check it, they did not succeed in transgenerational growth. Foursquare was able to do transgenerational in the ministry. Many of these other churches didn't go transgenerational. By the time the next generation took over, it has gone down. Because they did not, many of them, for one reason or the other, the devil entered. And people started fighting each other, started saying this one, the method. Face what God has called you to do. Tell people the message God has given to you. Educate people about what God has shown you. But do not attack anybody. Do not call anybody by name. Even legally, it is wrong. It's called character assassination. You don't know me before. And then you wake up someday and say, this guy is a thief. This guy is a this. It is wrong except you have the evidence. And spiritual things are invincible. Are they not? They are invincible. Spiritual things are invincible. They are not a carnal thing that you can, show with hands or anything. So how do you prove a fake pastor in the eye of the law? How? So we need to balance this message, because I've listened to both sides of the divide, and I'm balanced also, because I'm a businessman, who love God, and I've always loved God. So I can speak freely. There's nobody's offering or tithe entering my pocket. So I can speak freely. Okay? There's nowhere I've collected anybody's offering or whatever. So I can speak freely. Let's balance these messages. And those of us who are listening to all these various people, both those who are for and those who are against, be careful. Because at the end of the day, somebody who is going extreme, one day he can wake up and say, the Holy Spirit has just opened his eye to the fact that all those things he taught you before, that he was wrong. How many of you have seen that many pastors have done it? Okay, where they just come and say, now they have a new revelation that many of the things they taught years ago, they were wrong about. Can some of you agree with me? If you agree, okay, can you be a witness to that you have seen men of God who taught certain things, and they taught it, many of them, they taught it to the extreme. Now, years later, many of them came back and say, the Holy Spirit just opened my eyes to the fact that those things I said, I was quite extreme, and that it wasn't true. How many of you have heard I've heard several. Okay? I've heard several, and who later, years later, they will now turn back. So we went extreme with them are now the victims. So be careful. Anybody who is telling you, oh, this one, just tell, let's be fair, let's be sincere, prove it by scriptures, bring your evidence. Thank you for what you have said. We appreciate you. We thank you. But don't take us to the extreme view. We don't want it. Don't call names of pastors and begin to say, this pastor is fake. Don't call names of pastors and say, even those that call themselves fathers in the faith, what are they looking at? What is Adeboye called to go and be chasing other pastors, what they are doing? Is that what God called him to do? I mean, let's even show maturity here. This is one of the fifth reasons why Africans are poor. We are not united. Even when we are united for a while, at some point we let sentiment enter, and then we divide ourselves. We fight ourselves team to team, and everybody begin to say, no. I mean, come on, wake up. Let's show some maturity. I had an experience one time where I did a transaction with somebody, and I gave him some money, about 600,000, and at the end of the day, he didn't do what he promised to do. And I was with him that I need the money back, since you didn't do this. What, just give me excuses. Maybe when next we do this program, we'll do you. So one of my friends said something to me, and I will never forget, because I reported the case to him. He said, do not allow money to break your friendship. He said, because money will always finish at some point. And this relationship may still be useful for you in future. He said, if he's not willing to give you the money, let it go. Keep the relationship. And guess what? I did that. And today I'm grateful I kept that relationship. Because I've gotten some other value from that person, even more than that particular amount of money. So we need to, as Africans, get more mature. Okay? And understand that we will all not preach the same message. God has called everybody to do different things. Because if everybody is facing one direction, who will face this other direction? We all can't face the same direction. It even doesn't make sense. Somebody must be the one to preach holiness and preach it to the core. Somebody else has to be the one to preach faith for those who are sick, to have faith that God can heal them. Somebody else has to preach prosperity for those who are in their need of financial help. You cannot do it all together. Those of you who know business, I teach internet businesses, and I always tell people that the money is in the niches. How of you remember? Some of you who know me, who have seen me talk a lot. The money is in the niches. Find a niche and stay there. Be faithful with your niche, and God will lift you up, and you soon become a voice. When I was going into speaking, I realized that today I will teach relationship. Tomorrow I will teach business. Next tomorrow, and guess the topic I love the most? Relationship, actually. Right? I don't even enjoy teaching business like I enjoy teaching relationship. So today I teach relationship, tomorrow business, then tomorrow I teach this other one. And suddenly I saw that my brand was not growing. And I learned, and I did research, and I discovered it was because I didn't have a niche. People didn't know me for a certain thing. So today I teach this, so I now focused on digital marketing. Before I knew it, I became Nigeria leading digital marketing consultant. Before I knew it, my business went global because I focus on a niche. So the same thing with the Christian, story going on now. Pay tithe, don't pay tithe. Some are devil, some are not devil. We need to know that everybody has to preach his message. And God has called, and it's intentional how God did it. You remember during the apostle, how many of you remember that Paul was not sent to Hebrews? The day Paul insisted he must preach to Hebrews, because that's where his passion lies. That was the day he lost his head. Come on, guys. Are you not Bible scholars? I need witness here. Pastor Femi Ojo. Pastor Femi, you're a pastor. Can you witness to this? The day Paul decided to want to be like Peter, Peter's message was more to the Jews. Isn't it? Okay, the day Paul insisted, and Paul did well preaching to the Gentiles. He was the one that, if not for him, probably the gospel of Jesus won't get to Africa. He was going on, but his passion really was to the Jews. And even prophets told him that if you go to Jerusalem, they will capture you and say, I want. That's what I want. We need to be careful and know where God has placed us. Even the disciples had separate assignment. They were sent different places. They had a unique dimension. If you read the gospel of Jesus very well, you will see. Stay on your calling. Thank you, man of God. If you read the Gospel of Jesus very well, you will see that even the Gospel of Jesus, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the same account but different perspective. Different perspective, because we will not see life in the same way. So again, those of us who are listening to me and you are African, please do not let this division enter. Be among those who, I'm a new tribe. Can you join my tribe? How many of you want to join my tribe? What is my tribe? Hashtag balance. Okay? Hashtag what? Balance. How many of you will join my tribe? If you join my tribe, type 1. If you will not join, type 2. That we should teach and say to all these our pastors, both on the right and on the left, what do we want? Balance. Balance message. Balance message. Balance message. We need it balance. We need it balance. Don't confuse us, because when you fight yourselves, we will be the one that will be the victim of that. Balance. If I believe in tithing, and by tithing I make money from tithing, and somebody else say I should stop tithing, and suddenly that affect my faith because I have faith in it, and my finances drop, will you be the one to help me? Mr. Do not tithe. Now if I don't believe in tithing, I'm already not tithing now, and nobody has forced me that by fire by force they've dragged my neck to say I must tithe. Let me continue not to tithe. Abi? We shouldn't now turn that to an issue that want to, everywhere you are, and then you say, this is war. They are fighting us. They are against us. Who is against you? Who is against you? We just want balance. Okay, we want balance. It is true there's excesses. We have all manner of fake pastors everywhere. Fake. God didn't call them. They call themselves. I used to tell people that there are some people God didn't call them. Maybe they received flash and they took it as calling. Some it was even missed call. So, I had been a pastor since secondary school. I pastored my secondary school. I pastored my campus fellowship, and people always, that was why I was ordained. My pastor said, no, you go into full-time ministry. And I was just laughing. I said, look, if God doesn't give me direct call, Bishop Oedipo said he has 18-hour vision. Me, I must have either 18 or 24-hour vision. God, we see that, because I have a lot of questions for God if he chooses to call me. And he knows. My God knows. I have a lot of questions for him. So I will not go if I am not called. Well, called that is real, tangible. So many people are not called. They were just flashed. Flashed by meaning we're all called to preach the gospel of Jesus. We're all called to reach out to the world. We're all called to save the lost souls. So we are all called. In fact, the church is you, not a building. The church is you. Christ in you, the hope of glory. So we're all called. So the fact that God is pushing you towards reconciling the lost with him does not equal to meaning you should go and start a church, a pulpit, and come on, stop that. I'm so fulfilled what I'm doing. I tell people, I say, I am a missionary. My mission is to raise entrepreneurs, to raise giants, financial giants, who will use their money to defend the gospel of Jesus, who will use their money to be a blessing to the world, who will use their money to help the poor, who will use their money to send people to school, who use their money to add value to humanity, who will build universities, who will build, big businesses that will change this world and make it a better place. This is a new tribe. And the tribe is to say, we need balance. Hey, God bless you so much. Somebody, Akin Ola Shore, God bless you for this. He said, we set out to win argument and lost the souls. We set out to win argument, which is what is going on now with this tithing or no tithing and all these things. Okay, shenanigism or whatever we call it. We set out to win argument, but we're losing souls. We are losing souls. I know a lot of people with the rubbish that a man by the name Nnamdi Kanu did are not Christians today again. What he came and said, he's a Jew, and he said one stupid statement that Yorubas are using, the religion to colonize, the Southeast people, and he doesn't know history. that, that Catholic is still the highest number of Christians are still in the southeast. Yorubas are divided. Even my adopted mother is a Muslim as we speak. We Yorubas are even divided. I mean, almost every one of us, half of your family are Muslim, half are Christian. And suddenly there are a lot of people who have stopped going to church now because of that one statement Nnamdi Kanu made. To say that the Christianity is just a hoax just to get people enslaved. That has stopped a lot of people from going to church. So sometimes when we set out to do some things, we don't know the impact. When Nigerians started fighting themselves in UK, they didn't know that it was going to affect them and that immigration would get tighter against Africans. That business models will get tighter against Africans. That opening a bank account will get tighter against Africans. And it's happening today. Do you know I was in Dubai recently, and many Nigerians told me they couldn't open an account. So I thought that I wanted to even start blaming the government. Do you now see what we're talking about? The fact that Africans were our problem. Only for them to tell me that, because one of the business owners in Abu Dhabi had to go and do research, went to the bank and said, what happened? Why will you people be disenfranchising Africans, particularly Nigerians, and say they should not open bank account here in the United Arab Emirates? Guess the reply. They said it was the president of Nigeria, and you should get this video to the president, you should deny it, that it was the president of Nigeria that told the United Arab Emirates government to stop Nigerians from opening bank account. Can you imagine that? The fact that some Nigerians are stealing money, that some Nigerians are into money laundering, that there are a lot of politicians using the United Arab Emirates to steal money, does that mean you should tell the government to stop Nigerians from opening an account? Do you know the implication of that? Do you see how we are the ones hurting ourselves? And that's why we must come together and unite and stop fighting ourselves. You are in the UK, you're in the US. If you see your fellow brother, I don't care what he has done. Yes, Africans have messed up. Africans are not doing well. But show them the other way. Show them the other way. Because I've realized that you attract your kind. If you're expecting people to treat you well, they will treat you well. I've enjoyed so much honor in the US, in the UK. Nigerians that I've met here have treated me well. Somebody just chose to become my accountant here in the UK. And our event in last Saturday, the old student who attended the previous one, they paid me £250. They all gathered together, cooked food, and brought it for the new students. They are all Africans. So you attract your kind, and it's in the mind. Let's unite. Let's stop this division. Let's stop this fight. Pastor Femi Ojo says, yes, I told that, you two were told that, yeah. That our president was the one that said they should stop opening accounts for Nigerians in the United Arab Emirates. Yeah, it was true. It was our president that said so. Should he say such statement? Is he supposed to have such agreement? What was he thinking? What was going through his brain? What was going through his brain? And of course, he will say that because he's not a businessman. He doesn't have exposure. Okay, the little, farm business he was doing obviously wasn't prospering because he had to borrow money to even go for the last election. Because if you understand the importance of international relations in business and understanding that a lot of Nigerians are also businessmen and their business are global, he will not make such statement. He will probably say they should, check it well, they should probe certain things, they should request for certain documentations, but not to say, don't even open an account at all. It's not right. I don't think it's right. Okay, how many of you think you're enjoying this? Are you enjoying this at all? But because today I just felt like, just saying my heart, because we need to stop this rubbish. We need to. 5 reasons. I want to do 7. I don't know whether there's more time. Should I go? I'll stop. If you want me to go ahead, type 1. If you want me to stop, type 2. I've shared with you guys 5 reasons why Africans are poor and how to be delivered from the poverty mindset we have been programmed. This thing came from our generations. Slaves that used to fight themselves, black and blue. And when slaves are fighting, somebody must die in the process. How many of you know that? It's those same slavery mindset we have brought into everything. It's slaves that when slaves are fighting, somebody must die. If somebody does not die, that battle is not over. When kings are fighting, okay, all the king will demand is the surrenderness of the next one. If the other king decides to say, I will serve you, I will surrender to your rulership, is the fight over? But when slaves are fighting, somebody must die. And it's the culture we have built where when many of us even got to the UK, got to the US, we fight ourselves, fight, spoil things for everybody. The others who have credible things to do, when they come back, they have nothing to meet. We must stop that. And I want to beg you that you should send this message, share this message, send it to both pastors that say you shouldn't tithe and pastors that say you should tithe. Send it to them that the devil is out for the church. And the real issue is not whether one is right or one is wrong, because you are both right. Okay? The real issue is that division in the body. That's the real issue. That's the target of the enemy. Once he succeeds in bringing us down, right, we lose our numbers, then they will start smuggling in homosexuality, become an homosexual, become a transgender. They will begin to teach our children a lot of these things. Why can't I, God has blessed me to a point that I could have moved my children here to study, but I can't have my children study in the Western world. It's maybe for university, maybe. Just because of the societal structure, because of the ways I know that if I'm not careful, I'll lose my children to drugs, to homosexuality, to all manner of devices that has been battered here, that have been subtly sold to everybody here. That's why I laugh at Nigerians who tell me that, they are in the US or in the UK because of their children, for quality education for their children. I laugh. The quality education has left this part of the world. You better go back home. If you want your children to learn good morals, if you want your children to be trained well, the chances are very low that they will turn out well here. With the things they have programmed in their curriculum, in their schools, the things they have programmed. So we shouldn't lose that, and we should be conscious of the fact of what the devil wants to do. Please share this video, tag people in this video. If you can get the link of this video and push it to as many people who are dividing us with their fantastic messages. I agree with them. And how do you know somebody is not dividing? Don't call names. That's all. And that's why I've bought the solution. Don't call names. Point out the things that are wrong. Preach your own version of what you believe is right, like I'm doing now. How many of you have seen me call names of anybody now as I'm talking? Okay? To say this person is the devil. This person is our enemy. No, don't call names. Show us what you think is being done wrongly, and we will listen to you. Okay? But don't turn it to, a circus where, is whoever, somebody must die here, and you turn it to sensationalism. I don't buy that. Okay? You all say I should go ahead. 2 more, right? Okay? So let's do 2 more. 2 more reasons why Africans are poor and how to be delivered from the programmed poverty of the mind. The programmed poverty of the mind. And I want to deal at this point on the concept of religion. Okay? The concept of religion. So religion is the opium of the masses. Religion is supposed to help us. It's supposed to give us a certain way of life, but we've misused it. And I'll give you a few examples. Some pastors will tell you that you can pray your way to prosperity. It's a lie. You give your way to prosperity. Some pastors will say they want to organize a financial breakthrough event, and all they do is prayer. And they don't bring anybody to teach people on financial management, on money management, on multiplying money, on practical steps you need to take to become wealthy. They are lying to you. And if that suits you better, because that feeds into your laziness and your natural ability not want to do anything and push responsibility to God, number 4 that we talked about. Okay, number 4 that we talked about. Then that plays into it. Because that works to the number 4. Where you just want to push responsibility to somebody else. So many of us, we have used religion to claim to push responsibility to God. And I tell people, I say, God gave you brain so that you can rest. People have become so dummy. They have literally suspended their brains. I don't know. Some churches will start meeting 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the morning. Don't people need to go to job? Do they have to go to work? What's going on here? 8 a.m. It's a different if it's an annual event. That's fine. 8 a.m. every Monday. Prayer. This is nonsense. If you now say we're having prayers, okay, for certain kinds of people, and you should be so strict to make sure that you tell the overzealous ones who will want to leave their job and be coming for your prayer that don't come for my prayer. This prayer is targeted to those of you who don't have job. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. I have situations where I've stopped employing my church members because they are the ones that will come to my office. Funny enough, I'm a pastor in that same church. I will still be in the office and my own church members will come to me and say, okay, now you two you're in church on Sunday when, we're told that so thing is going to happen, so I need to close now. And I was like, are you okay? Are you okay? Is something wrong with you? Now, if I didn't know God very well, they wouldn't have ordained me pastor in where you are going. You are not even a pastor. And I'm still in my job, doing my job. And then you want to jump and say, so we have turned religion to our latest entertainment. And this is where the problem is. The new form of entertainment now is religion. Everybody wants to go for that concept. They're going to sing. But just want to. Prayer has also become entertainment. Prayer is not a monologue. It's a dialogue. It's a conversation with God. You can wake up in the morning and just say, oh God, how are you doing today? Oh, glory to God. I'm blessed. I mean, you are praying right now. But it's turned to religion. I must go to that, special place. And don't get me wrong. I have retreat. I meditate a lot. I pray. I go for conferences. I go for prayer meetings. 90% of my friends are pastors. Okay? So don't get me wrong. But we have to put a balance to it. And that's what I'm saying. If you notice, I say we are raising a new tribe, isn't it? And what's the tribe? The balanced tribe. So pastors need to begin to push their members to become entrepreneurs. And they need to start holding entrepreneurial seminars and conferences and meetings because we are currently in crisis. Even the outcry is because people are now jobless. They don't have a job. They see their pastors are doing very well and they are struggling. They don't have a job. They don't have anything going on for them. And yet they see their pastors living a particular lifestyle. So if leaders that are listening to me, pastors that are listening to me, it's time to create balance. The same way you are holding prayer meeting, because some people need it. Some people really, in real truth, some people are chased by demons. Real one. And that's the truth. Because let me also say this, because we need to create this balance. We have some of these pastors from Europe who are telling us that, wickedness is not real. There are no witches. There are no enemies. There are demons after people in that part of the world. Remember that our great-great-grandparents were idol worshippers. And we're just coming out of that generation of stopping to worship idols and all of that. So a lot of people are still going through tough things. So I'm not against that. Some of them need the prayer. But a lot of people have actually outgrown that time of there's no more demon chasing them. They are clean. They now need... there's a new demon, which is a mental laziness. That's a new demon. Can somebody type that? The latest demon affecting Africans is called mental laziness. To tax your brain. And somebody came up with Facebook now. Does it have two heads? Huh? He came up with Facebook. Somebody came up with an app in New York that was purchased by Microsoft for $1 billion. Somebody came up with the concept of ringtone here in the UK. Okay, that every telecom company that uses ringtone in their network pay him a percentage, and he's a black man from Africa. So why are you mentally lazy? The demons are gone. Can you just think? God gave you brain so that you can rest. Use your brain and think. Think of a business to do. Think of an idea to do. You don't have a job. Stop sitting at home. Stop. And we're even now doing that in developed countries. I've met several people in the UK who don't have job and are sitting at home and are complaining there's no job. I've met people in the US who are sitting at home and they say they don't have a job. And the next thing to do is to go and sleep in church. Abba. Use your brain. He gave you a brain so that you can rest. I was jobless once. When I finished school, there was no job. I printed 100 CV. I started taking it from one place to the other. I need a job. I said to myself, I cannot finish distributing this 100. And none of them placed vacancy. I just said, I'm not going to sit at home. I'm not going to sit at home and just begin to play victim. Nigeria is bad. Oh, Africa is bad. Oh, UK is tough. US is terrible. Canada is serious. Take responsibility. I printed on a CV. I got my deliverance at the third place. I still call the person an angel today. Because the man said to me, Mr. Stephen, you started your business when you were on campus. He said, it won't take you much if you run with these same businesses you started. Now that you're out of campus, you will go far. I said, no, I need experience. I don't have this. He said, no. He said, go on with it. He said, I won't lie to you. There's no job. The effort you'll be using to keep saying you are looking for this job, if you just put it in one business or the other, you'll go far. Mental laziness. There are people who watch my TV and they will say, Mr. Stephen, I can't afford your coaching program. It's too expensive. By the way, I'm not cheap. I invested in my brain. Do you know how much I pay for mentors? Do you know how much I pay to know what I know? So yeah, I can charge cheap. But do you know the truth? I have done more than 600 videos on Facebook. Many of them on some of these businesses that if you just go and watch them, you will find a business you can start with 0 naira. And if you are consistent for the next 1 year, your story has changed. I've done several, I have more than 200 videos on YouTube. That if some people who are still claiming that your trainings are expensive, your coaching are too expensive. Oh, you say you want to help the poor, but your things are expensive. Nothing of value is free. Okay? If I didn't walk my way to the top, will you be listening to me? So don't expect me to give you anything for free. I don't even know you. But guess what? Unconsciously, to you, I have actually put the solution there. I've done more than 600 videos. If you want these videos and just go to the website and just, the first rule is the second rule, doing. Open the website. They say freelancing. Oh yeah, try the thing. They say affiliate marketing, start. If you are stuck, go on YouTube, type the question you have. Go on Google, type the question you have. Many of you will start your business without paying me 1 naira, either for coaching or for mentorship. But because of mental laziness, many people will not do it. So that the next person to blame is Stephen Akintayo. He says teaching people how to make money and he's charging so much money. How many young graduates can afford that? How many students? As if I'm not your mate. I'm your mate too. I came out of school without a job. And I've created 18 businesses by the help of God. And brain work. God gave us brain so that he can rest. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to stop turning religion to entertainment. Know your God. Even when it comes to the religion, why are we all looking for chartered prophet, chartered apostle, chartered pastors? Because you are still mentally lazy to know God for yourself. How many of you agree with me? That's the problem. You're looking for chartered prophet, chartered apostle, chartered this, because you are mentally lazy. Do you know one of the things that have been a blessing to me? I don't go to any pastor to pray for me. But there are several men of God praying for me. Because the day I come to your office, I have a prophet offering to give you. So even when I ask you to pray for me, or I didn't ask you to pray for me, you are praying. Because I'm not, again, a parasite. I've tapped into your anointing. And you will be praying for me. Do you know how many orphans are praying for me? Do you know how many people I've sent to school that are praying for me? So, even if the prayer is not what you are looking for, Be a blessing. And prayer will follow you. Blessings will follow you. Is this making sense at all? I don't know if you are blessed. Are you blessed? If you are blessed, type I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Okay? But we have to say, I know I'm hard today. I know this is a lot. And I know this will raise a lot of issues. But I'm glad I'm doing it, right? Okay? Because we have to say the truth to ourselves. Religion will not take you to heaven. It's relationship with God that will take you to heaven. Know God for yourself. Okay? Know what you believe. Have good. Sometimes people will start condemning men of God or condemning somebody, says a Christian, did it. Are you his God? You don't even know this our God. I've met people who made mistakes that when others are blaming them and are saying God has even forgiven them and has moved on. They have moved on with God. Them and God, they have moved on. They are already paddies. You are still talking. If men are God, though, a lot of people will be in hell. I mean, what a good God. It's a good God. It's a good God. So know God for yourself. Build relationship with God for yourself. And stop this religion. You carry God. You are God personified. Everywhere you go, God is there. When you enter a place, God has entered. You carry God. So stop this religiosity where you need to give the job you're doing the best so that you can qualify for promotion. You don't give it. So I stopped employing my church members because they are not promotable. Because all they're going to do, and I said to many of them, I said, you pray to God to give you a job. Now he has given you a job and you are using the same religion to lose the job. It doesn't make sense. Some people are called apostles in the marketplace for a reason. It means that in the place of your job, you're already witnessing Jesus to people. While you're at your job, you are reaching out to people. As a businessman, you are connecting with people. I've met several people who have had, challenging times in business. I've prayed with them, have shown Christ to them in their business. So you are an apostle in the marketplace. You are a pastor. Every one of you, you're a pastor. You carry God. And you should also have men of God who are your mentors. You should have authorities over you. In fact, I tell people that any man of God you want to follow, be sure he has also somebody he's following. Can I say that again? Any so-called man of God you want to follow, let him show you who he's following. Because the day he will lead you to heresy, you're on your own. And there will be nobody to correct him. There will be nobody to correct him. The day he will lead the most dangerous human being. Do you know that was one of the major problems Hitler had? I don't know if you know. That one of the major challenges Hitler had was that he had no mentor. He had nobody that can correct. I tell women, I say if you are getting married and your husband does not have a mentor, you better run away from such person. Don't marry him. Because the day he will beat you black and blue, there will be nobody that can call him to order. Anybody that you want to marry or anybody you want to call your pastor, there must be somebody he's subject to. Because the devil is so cunning. He can begin to push people in the wrong direction. And because they have so many following, that's how they carry so many people to wrong things. That's how they carry men. So, but if the person had credible mentors who can, say, no, watch it here. I have several posts I do, business posts, that my business mentor will tell me, no, that is not good for your brand. Maybe you shouldn't do that again. Yeah. In business, I have mentor. In relationship, I have mentor. In everything, I have mentors. So it does not make sense. And I think we can call that number 7. One of the reasons why Africans are poor is that they do not work on mentorship. Getting somebody to show them the way. I met a young man in Aberdeen, and the guy told me, he said, Mr. Steven, the latest business now in Aberdeen is cargo business. I'm just looking for money now, get cargo, ship it to Nigeria, and the money will be coming. And I busted into laughter. I said, that will be your downfall. You will run into debt and you'll be in trouble. And when I finished breaking it down to him, he said, oh, you're right, sir. Then the next business, sir, corner shop. I met this man. He said he started his corner shop with Susan amount. Every day, every month, he made 10,000 pounds. I said, is he willing to mentor you? He said, no. I said, don't go into it. if you will not find somebody to mentor, and I told her, I said, I would rather spend all the money I have as in capital for that business for mentorship than to say I want to do it on my own, because I will so mess myself up. My brother literally in 3 years, true story, grew his agro commodity business to billions. True story. In fact, between January and March, same father, same mother, he made did a turnover of 600 million. And he started that business with 4 million. What did he do? He went to meet this man who had been into agri commodity, cashew, sesame seed, charcoal for almost, I think the man had been in the business for like 14 years or something. And somebody introduced him. He went to meet the man. I said to the man, sir, I only have 4 million to go into this business. Anything you ask me to do with this 4 million, I want to serve. I just want to be under you. I don't want to do it on my own. This is all I have. Just lead me on the way. And the man said, well, fine, no problem. Take your 4 million, go to Kogi, go to Soso village in Kogi, meet Soso man. They will be able to start selling you Soso agri-commodity. Use your money, pay them, load them into containers, submit them in Soso warehouse. You'll be buying from this man for Soso price. I will buy it from you for Soso price. And he said, no problem, sir. And that's how he started the business. Before you know it, he turned the 4 million to 9 million in about a year. So he needed another 20 million. So he went to the bank. Of course, the bank were willing to give him the 20 million because of his turnover. They've seen the visibility. But they said they were going to take 6 million. That was just too much for him. So I borrowed 20 million and you take 6 million. That means I'm left with 14 million. That's going to be probably all the profit. So he said he couldn't do that. So I was part of it. I advised him, let's do this private equity. You've been doing this business for a while. I wrote something and we started sharing it. That people want to invest with him, he's going to give them a certain percentage. He mentioned the percentage he think he can give them. And that he will give them if they keep the money with him. That was it. That next year, he grew this business up to 100 million. In fact, somebody invested 9 million. Because sometimes when people tell me there's no money, they can't do business, there's no money, I just laugh. You are not credible, that's why. You have not shown consistency in business, that's why. One of my greatest headaches is people calling me, sir, I have 20 million to invest with you, 10 million to invest with you, how much will you give me? 50 million to invest with you. Money is the last thing I think when I want to start a business. Because I know the people will bring it. Because I've been doing business consistently and people have seen that. So, but mentorship is important. That was it. He got more money put into it. Before you know it, today his annual transaction is over 1 billion. If I want the very true story, I was going to one of those villages, thank God, which is where you now need God. And he had 50 million naira cash in his boot, inside, sack. And so a policeman stopped him because he was driving from in the northern part, I think somewhere from whether Kogi to Kano, I can't remember. And he was on the express road, and the policeman stopped him. Normal. The man was insisting, open your boot, open your boot. He said, what do you say? Open your boot. And he went and then opened the boot. The man, he has never seen that kind of money before. He almost ran mad. If I had to advise him, I said, don't ever move with cash again. That's wrong. Even him admitted that he was God. Because, the man could have shot him. You see, again, these are also the things we all the time say everybody is a thief. That policeman did not even collect 1 naira from him. Ask him to go. Okay? Because sometimes, again, you attract what you're thinking. A lot of Nigerians in diaspora have attracted armed robbers, and all manner, because that's what they're thinking. Hey, Nigeria, is it safe? If I go there now, maybe somebody will kidnap me. As you think, so you are. Be careful what you think, because there's something called law of attraction. You attract into your life people, circumstances, situations that correlate with your dominant thought. But having said that, I want to beg every one of you listening to me, get a mentor. It will save you. You want to go into business. That's why people fail. Why is it that ministries and churches are growing? They have mentors. Reverend Sam will tell you that Oyedepo is his mentor. Oyedepo will tell you that Joe is his mentor. That Joe will tell you that Paul Yonggi Cho is his mentor. Who is your mentor in your career? Whether you're an accountant in the civil service or you're working in the bank, who is your mentor? Who is your career mentor? You're a businessman. Who is your mentor? Africans, stop thinking you can run magic. Don't stop thinking you are super smart. You're not that smart. Sometimes we just say, I will check it. I'll check it. Let me just peep him and see how he's doing the thing. I'll go and start my own. You're not that smart. It won't cost you anything to go and serve somebody for 6 years. That's how Cosmos Maduka did it. And today he's one of the richest men in Africa. I have the license to import Rolls Royce. No education. Wealthy man, billionaire. Because he was an apprentice. The Igbo people have taught us this business. We need to learn it. Get a mentor in whatever it is you want to do, in career, in religion, in business. Let somebody who is doing it show you the way. If he says he wants to charge you, pay. Pay. He deserves it. At least he has moved his life to a level. If I tell people, I say, they don't know why I ask them to pay. I have a mental connection when you have paid me money that I have to justify what you pay. It's not even how much you pay. And many of these people even would say they are coaching you and you pay. It's because he has a mental... why should I carry your own problem? You think I don't have my own problem? So even if the mentor did not ask you to pay, buy gift. Anytime you are going to meet him, go with a gift. Go with a gift. Carry things. Go and say, thank you, sir. I've just come to see you. After you have dropped the gift, any question you ask him, he will give you the answer. Anything you say, sir, I want to go into the same business you're doing. There was a day I met a man, and I'm going to mention, I think it's fine to mention, Gabriel Binedium, very wealthy man, in his 80s. My friend is an accountant officer. I said, I want to meet this man. I was in Benin for our training. And he said, let's go. I said, no, we need to go and buy something. I can't go and meet this man empty-handed. I said, that's true. And I said something to him. I said, the reason why I'm going with the gifts is that rich people are not used to people giving them gifts, particularly people lower than them. Everybody lower to a rich man feels he has all he needs and does not give him anything. And it's the reason why he's not going to be willing to share a secret with you. Because deep calleth unto deep. When you sow, you tap into the grace the person carries. Naturally, mentally, the Bible says the gift of a man create room for it. The gift he's talking about is cash, so it's not talent. Go and check it. It's not talent, it's cash. When you give somebody something, he suddenly becomes your friend. He's suddenly open to you. Guess what? I was sharing that with Chief. Immediately was, when I meant to meet him and did that, I said, you know what? I have a school. I'd like you to come and build, hostels there. In 5 years, you make back your money. Can you see? What I didn't ask him for, he was already given to me because I understood how to connect with wealthy people. I knew how. I was going to see this man. He's one of the richest men in Nigeria. Instead of just going empty-handed and then just singing, oh, God has blessed you. God has blessed you. Oh, you're a rich man. Hey, how can you help me? No. I carried a gift. One of the gifts I gave him, he said, He said, you're a man of great taste. I like it. Yeah, I like this. You see, that's how it's done. Get a mentor. I hope you've learned now. I'm going to take your questions for a few minutes before we shut down. If you are blessed, can you type, I'm blessed, I've learned a lot. You can comment me if you think I've done a good job today. At least giving you my wisdom that I've acquired over the years for free. You should appreciate me because I value what I've taught you anyway. I don't know whether you value it, but I value it. Okay? Because quality information is scarce nowadays. Okay? We have scarce quality information. Scarce quality information. Everywhere, many of the things we are hearing are just jargons. They are not balanced. They are not well balanced, and that's where the problem is. We need to have a balanced conversation. One of the things affecting business too, many people started attacking capitalism, and they didn't know that in those days, capitalism was what helped everybody to have a job. That was what led to what we're seeing in developed countries. It was capitalism that got them there. But everybody hated it. Why can the one man have all the money? Instead of saying that the government insisting that rich people must now start going to universities and teaching what they know to people. They didn't do that. They started attacking, a lot of the great entrepreneurs. Today now, globally, there's massive unemployment all over the world. Because we fought capitalism. We felt it was wrong for somebody to just have companies and all. And we didn't understand that if he doesn't have that big company, that profit, he cannot employ that number of people. He can't. It's the rule. It's the rule. Of course, you should go to the capital market. Those are now wise decisions that were made, and I support that. But we need to build businesses and we need to be balanced. Okay, but more importantly, lastly, so can somebody do a recap? Who can do a recap of the 7 things I've taught today? Okay, the first person to answer me may get a gift. Is male. Is not, I'm not saying automatic. The first person to answer, to recap the 7 things I taught about, may get a video gift worth $1,000. Okay, may. So don't say it's not compulsory. I have the exclusive right whether I'm going to give you or I don't give you. Not under any compulsion. Okay, so can somebody do a recap? The 7 things I taught today. I taught on 7 reasons why Africans are poor and how to come out of the mental poverty, the program poverty that Africans have been programmed for that has killed us over the years. And it was a great session. Okay? And Chijioke Eze says, giving a gift to the wealthy man. That's a good one. Yeah, people don't know. How many of you remember in the Bible, those of you who read the Bible, that Queen Sheba went to visit Solomon, and she brought him gifts. If you read all through your scripture, Solomon was said to be the richest man in his days. But everyone that came to meet him brought a gift. The way to open door to the heart of a mentor, to the heart of a rich man, and for him to see you in another class and not see you as one of those parasites who are always coming to him. Because what you don't know whenever you're meeting somebody that God has given money and you're asking for money is that you are probably number 1,000 of those who have disturbed him for help that day. On WhatsApp alone, I get between 1,000 to 3,000 messages every day. Everybody wanting something or the other. On Facebook, demands everywhere. So what singles you out? Everybody meets a wealthy person and is wanting to ask him for something. Is wanting to get something from the person. What singles you out is when you don't do the way others have got, but rather you give before expecting to receive. Remember the first rule I taught you today. Why people are poor, the first lesson that we learned was that poverty, and Africa is poor because we only want to receive. We don't want to give. The rich man, you are wanting him to give you something. You were not the one that gave him what he has. So before expecting and having this entitlement mentality that he should help you, help him first. Find something. And everybody needs something. Everybody needs something. But first give value before receiving. Africans are poor because all we do is give me. We keep taking, we're not giving. People want to travel out of Nigeria to developed country. What's the reason? So that I can get a job, have money, take care of my family, take care of myself. Me. That's the definition of poverty. When it's all about you. Because all the richest men in the world you've seen, they are rich because they offer services and charge for it. I make money anytime I train people. I make money coaching. I make money. I have given something and they are paying me for it. I make money from selling land and properties. I make money by doing website for people. I make money by offering something. That's the law of the universe. That's the law of God. Seed, harvest, seed, harvest, seed, harvest. Until the earth has received your seed, your harvest is not in view. Until anybody you need help from has received your seed, don't expect him to give you an harvest. So people who hold things in your hands, give them seed. Give something. All the mentors I have are very blessed mentors. And every one of them, I've walked my way from just being a protege to becoming friends. They are the ones that call me friends. It wasn't that me. Because I bought my way into their heart. Oh boy. I bought my way to. There was none of them I ever asked for anything in my life. I would buy them gifts, even though they are richer than I do. In fact, at some point, some of them will begin to say, this guy, I'm suspecting you. It's like you have more money. Have one of them, Dr. Pei, will always say, Stephen, you are richer than me. I'll be laughing that, come on. I know, I'm not. Because the way I do things is such that they're shocked. They expect me to be the one coming and say, how will you help me? Can you send me this? But I'm not willing to beg anybody for anything. Rather, I'm the one saying, can I handle this aspect for you? Can I do this? Can I at least get one value out there? Eh? Can we do that? Can we partner and do this business? We'll share money 50-50. That's how I do it though. Before they even ask, I'm the one saying I will share money with you 50-50. You keep 50%, I keep 50%. It's my product, yeah, but you keep. I'm the one saying it. That is how to go far. Somebody says theory of life is give and take. God bless you. Follow Sami. It's true. The theory of life is give and you take. Give and you take. Give and you receive. Give and you receive. Don't ever. There was a woman that came to a prophet and was telling the prophet that, one of your prophets was my husband and he died. He was owing people money. And, they want to take my children away. Because in those days, when you owe people money, they come and take your children. And those children will serve till, they die. Except you're able to pay back the money. But she came to the prophet and the prophet said, what do you have? I said, I don't have anything. They've taken everything away. And I'm sure the prophet will say, well, I can't help you if you don't have anything. I said, but for a jar of oil, hey, now you have something. Take that jar, look for a bowl, pour it. And she was pouring until she got enough bowl. The thing was pouring. She had enough. Same to the widow of Zarephath. She was gonna die. The little she had was gonna, once she eat it, she was gonna die. But the prophet, I'm sure in these days, if any prophet say that, they will say it's the devil. But the prophet said to her, I said, cook my own first. Whether you and your son want to die or not, cook me first. Give me first. You see, when you give me, I assure you, you will not lack. It was a risk, but she took it. That's why I'm saying, the people teaching you on this, don't give. They are not being balanced. The secret to wealth is giving, sir. I'm a dangerous giver. And that's why God has blessed me. I'm a young man, but I'm a dangerous giver. When I meet people and I need their help, the first thing I'm looking at is what I can do for them. When I meet people, that's why people also on their own do everything to help me. We did an event on Saturday. Somebody gave us the hall. If you were probably going to charge, maybe you should charge at least £1,000. Give it for free. Because when you give, you receive. Now, you may not receive from the same person you gave to, but God will organize other people to also bless you. So if you want to go find, like, stop all this entitlement mentality. Give me. It's the reason you are poor. Stop it. Find something. There's something you have. Now, it may not be money. And that's where we will make mistakes. Because all of us think that maybe what I need to always give has to be money. It may not even be money. But there's something you can offer in exchange for what you want. Are you blessed to do? Okay? Any question before I round up? I think I've had a great time. Wow. Wow. Wow, this is deep. Lauren Funzo says, yes, you said that on Saturday. Okay. Bukola says, find a mentor, be a giver. Your gift will open doors. Nobody has been able to recap. It means many people that started with me did not stay to the end. Okay? I mean they didn't stay to the end. So let me do a recap. The first thing I said today, I taught 5 reasons why Africans are poor and how to be delivered from the poverty, the programmed poverty of the mind that you've been programmed with when you were born. The first thing I said is that you must start giving and stop looking for how to receive. Be a giver. Build the culture of giving before receiving. If you want to travel to UK, begin to ask yourself, what will I give the community in UK? If you want to travel to US, think of that. If you're in Nigeria, what can I give my community? Okay? We are poor because we're always thinking of receiving and not giving. And it's called the slavery mentality. It makes people poor. The second thing I taught today, which is very, very important, was the fact that Africans, okay, somebody's doing some recap. Let me see whether she got it right. One of the points was also the problem of religion. That religion is our latest entertainment, okay, and that we needed to work on that. Religion is our latest entertainment, and we needed to work on that. I also talked on the fact that it is unity. Okay, I also talked on the fact that you should take responsibility for your locality. If anybody will fix what is the mess that has been created, it's better be you. So take responsibility for changing your community. Take responsibility for changing the mess up you find. That the reason why we're poor is that we always shift the blame. We're looking for who to shift the blame on. Our parent, one person or the other. I also spoke of course, of mentorship, that you need to have mentors. I also spoke on mental laziness. That many of us are mentally lazy and we need to work on our minds. We need to invest in our mind so that we can go far. Okay? So I would like you to, if you came late, just go watch it all over again. I spoke about 7 things. And I'm happy that you guys were blessed by it. I'm happy you were blessed by it. I hope that this video will go far. I hope that many of you will share this video, that more Africans will watch it, that thousands, if possible millions, will watch it, and it will go a long way in just changing our orientation. Under the unity, I said we should watch it. We need a new tribe, the balanced tribe, okay? The balanced tribe. That we needed to be very, very united as a continent. We need to stop fighting ourselves. Only slaves keep fighting themselves. Everybody is your enemy. Everybody is your enemy. Stop it. Okay? You stop it. Okay? So share and share. At least share it 20 times or as many times as you can. Let's get people's mind renewed, delivered, educated, and getting them to know. There's still more, that we need to learn. But I'm hopeful that this video will go far. Thank you for watching. I think nobody has questions for me, so that's fine. And nobody got the answer right. Nobody has recounted the 7. Okay. Akindo Tuni says, I always love your program, especially that of Dubai when you visit United Arab Emirates. Watching from Maryland. That's good. I'll bring Maryland a couple of days time. Jemima, you didn't get it right. Bukola says, please give us a recap of the 7. I think I've done the recap. Ima, how you found this message? Okay, I think somebody's asking his friend, how did he find this message? Okay, because Shala says that everything we do in life is a transaction. I agree. So we give something to take something. That's it. So give first before taking. Jemima Chuk says, hi, Pastor. Hi, my sister. You want to say something to me? Go ahead. Okay. Chijoke says, I'm sharing now. Thank you for sharing. God bless you. God bless you for sharing. Olufunshaw says, can you go over it again if fast? I've done the recap already. Okay, you can watch all over again. Jemima says, yes, I did. I answered it all. You didn't answer it all, my sister. Okay, you did it. My sister, you didn't answer it all. You can post it again. Post the 7 again and I'll read it. If you're right, I'll tell you. Okay? My sister, we have posted again. You see now, she wants to manipulate me, say, hi, Pastor. Right? So that, I'm a pastor, I must give her, whether she get it or not. Religion. Trust me, that sentiment doesn't work with me. If you like, call me Pope. right? You get it well. You get it well, and you get my gift. So post it again, Madam Jemima, just as I called them. Ernest Ibong says, what's the cost of your 20 courses you mentioned in the last broadcast? It's $1,000. It's $1,000, but chat me up privately, I'll give you discount. At least for watching this. Chat me up privately, I'll give you discount. Way discount. But official price is $1,000. I'm not cheap. Alright, because I take my time. It took me a year to gather those 20 courses. And it's over 50 hours of training. Okay, and not even this kind of training. Practical training on businesses you can do, not motivation. But you can chat me privately, I will give you discount. Probably allow you to pay just $250 or so. Okay, Jemima, you didn't post it again. I'm waiting for you to post it so that I can win my gift. Okay? Anybody who has been watching from beginning to the end and has a video, can you share? Are you there? Somebody said, what's my YouTube account? My YouTube account is Stephen Akintayo TV. This fan page is Stephen Akintayo TV. My Instagram is at Stephen Akintayo. My Twitter is at Stephen Akintayo. So if you want to find me, just type either at Stephen Akintayo or type at Stephen Akintayo TV. Either of the two, you find me. On LinkedIn, I think I'm 18,000 on LinkedIn. So chat me up. I'm heavy on social media. Bukola says that number one, you should give so as to receive. Number three, religion. We need to work on religion and take responsibility for the changing world. Invest in your mind. My sister, I only mentioned 4. Caroline says, do you have free training on YouTube? You see, what we just taught now, I give before receiving. Even if I have free training, go and buy. What we just taught now, can you see? Where's the free one? Where's the free one? Do you know the difference between the rich and the poor? The rich wants quality, the poor want cheap things. That's part of the reason why we're poor. Every time we're just looking for anything we can get for free, rather than looking for quality things. Yes, I have free videos on YouTube, and I have free videos on even this Facebook fan page. Click on video. I've done over 600 videos, over 400, almost 600 videos, and they are free. Okay, so click on video and watch them. But again, like I said, it's a wrong mindset. What you get for free will not change your life. It's what you pay for that transforms you, because you value it, because it costs you something. Even salvation is not free. That's why I say we should balance the message we are teaching. It takes being willing to give your life to Christ, accepting Jesus. You have to confess Him as your Lord and Savior. That is a condition. Salvation should have been free without doing anything, just you are saved. So, let's be balanced. Jemima says, mentoring. I say, repost the whole 7 at once. You are the one I'm waiting for. The whole 7 thing, just put it in one post. Not that you're posting one by one, up and down. The whole 7, I'm still waiting for you. The whole 7, put it all together and post. Okay? So, not that you're posting scattered. The whole 7, all together and post. Folawo says, Ayla, you're welcome to the program. Okay, your people that you shared it with. Thank you all that shared this video. Those of you who came late, please go and watch it all over again. All over again, go and watch it. Jemima, chat me up on inbox me, and I'll give you some the video I wanted to give you for free. I'll give you for free. At least you made an attempt, so I'll give you for free. So chat me up, inbox me, I'll give you. Thank you all who have watched. Share this video and share. And if you came late, rewatch it. And once you watch it, share it to bless somebody's life. Remember, we are the new generation, and we are the generation of what? We are the generation of balance. Hashtag balance. Come on, somebody, can you help me with that? Hashtag balance. Hashtag balance. Hashtag balance. That is the new generation. Okay? We want to create a new balance order. Not that you are extreme. That's how Hitler started. And before you know it, we're in trouble. Nobody should teach us an extreme religion, extreme faith, extreme whatever. Be balanced. We want balanced messages. We want things that are balanced. We want things that are not causing division. We want conversation that will not scatter the body. We don't want pastors who tell us to begin to fight our pastors and that as if they are God. If God wants to kill any pastor, he has the power to do so. He will rain down fire and brimstone on that pastor, and he will kill the pastor right there on the spot. Okay? Don't help God. You are not God's uncle. Some of us have been so arrogant. We are not God's uncle. We are God's brother. If a man of God exists and is not doing the will of God, God will take him. He's God now, all by himself. Can you defend God? Can you be the commander-in-chief of defending God? He's all God by himself. Those who even tried it with the ark, and the ark wanted to fall, just touch you, the man died. Angels beat him. Don't help God. That's hashtag balanced generation. So, pastors that are fake exist. They have been there since Jesus' time, even before Jesus' time. Okay? They are there. So, condemn those who are doing bad. Mention it. Okay? But don't call their names. Don't begin to say this one is Satan. This one is doing this, because you don't know them. You don't even have a relationship with them. Okay? I remember, reading the God's General and how all this miracle, started. Many of them, in fact, they didn't even know more about God. They just believed God. Many of them were just saying Jesus, Jesus, and people were being healed. They didn't even know much. So don't let anybody confuse you. Balance it. Every pastor should teach us what they believe in. We have heard them. You also go carry your Bible and research what that person has said and have a balanced position. And I see God bless you as you do so. Ola Rivaju says, I'll chat you up later. Remember me for discount. I only promised one person discount who said needed something. I only promised one person discount, just one person discount. And I promised another person video, which is Jemima. Those are the two people. Anybody else? No. From Shaw says, number 1, gift. Number 2, find a mentor. Number 3, mental laziness. Number 4, need balance. Number 5, religion is new entertainment. Okay. Number 6, poverty program we inherited as slaves. No, you didn't get it. God bless you. Have a great day. Okay, my brother, you didn't get it. Go and watch it again. You see that you didn't get it. But thank you for attempting. I've already given Jemima what I need to give her. I'm going to be giving Jemima. And then I think one person also, I promised discounts on my programs. God bless you. Good